What's up, guys? Stacy here from Becoming Financially Fit. And today we're going to be talking about how to build a $1 million stock portfolio using the Robinhood app. Let's get into it. So for starters, what is the Robinhood app? Robinhood is an app where you can invest in stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptocurrencies, all commission free. You can do this from your phone or your computer. This is very significant because fees are the #1 killer of stock portfolios. Robinhood states that the app is intuitively designed for newcomers and experts, and Robinhood gives you a clear picture of your portfolio's balance over time so you can adjust your positions and learn by doing. Before we get into the details, this video is purely for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, nor should you use this as a step-by-step guide to plan your finances. I'm simply doing this to show you guys how to build a $1 million stock portfolio by using the Robinhood app. So, first things first, what do you want to do when you actually want to get into the app and start making money and start investing in funds? The first thing I would say is automating your deposits. I set the amount of my deposits to be $50 and the frequency to be every 2 weeks. So that means that on the 15th and the 1st of every single month, it's going to deduct $50 from my checking or savings account and send it directly into the Robinhood portfolio. And it's going to allow me to start investing in stocks or ETFs or funds or things like that I want to. So I'm going to be able to do this particular video series on a bi-monthly basis. This strategy is going to allow me to set aside $100 a month specifically towards investing, which I think is a good start for a lot of beginner investors. And over the course of the year, I'm going to be able to invest $1,200, which at first glance might not seem that significant, but if you get in the habit of investing over time a specific set amount, then over time that amount can increase, which would in turn increase the amount and buying power of your portfolio over time. I do want to be clear though, just because I put in $1,200 doesn't mean that there's no risks in my associated investments. I could lose the entire investment that I put in, that entire amount that I'm dedicating over time. I could lose that entire amount, but my upside is essentially limitless. So, for example, I purchased my first share for this particular fund. It was an Uber. So that stock cost $34.11. So essentially, if Uber went out of business and declared bankruptcy tomorrow, my total loss would be $34. But let's say if over time they become profitable and they're actually a growing company and they're making money on their bottom line, then what would happen is their share price would hopefully go up over time. If it went up to $100, then I essentially triple my money, and that's just by purchasing one stock. So like I said, your losses are only limited to what you put in when you're simply just investing and purchasing stocks, but your potential gains can be limitless over time. So like I said, the first stock I purchased in this particular portfolio was Uber. And so I'll give you guys a couple of different things that went into my decision about purchasing the Uber stock and why I wanted to make it the first purchase in my particular fund. So Uber Technologies Inc. is an American multinational transportation network company offering services that include peer-to-peer ride sharing, ride service hailing, food delivery, and bicycle sharing system. The company is based in San Francisco and has operations in over 785 metropolitan areas worldwide. Uber is split into two sides, riders and drivers. In the most basic sense, Uber makes money by designing technology to essentially link riders with drivers. For a fee, riders can simply press a button and essentially be taken anywhere that they need to go by one of the drivers in the Uber network. The driver gets to where they need to be, the driver gets paid for dropping them off, and Uber gets paid by facilitating that transaction. Another reason why I invested in the company Uber is because I fall in that category of a rider in that particular situation. I currently live in New York, so my transportation options are super limited. I can either ride my bike, take the subway, or the bus. Each situation in itself can be unpredictable or impractical depending on the situation. Cab pricing and availability can vary greatly, and this all depends on the time of day, the weather, or the location you're actually trying to go. With Uber, all pricing and timing information is given to me up front. I can even schedule a ride in advance if I needed to. Because Uber far outweighs the other transportation options that I have, I do pay the premium to use their service when I need to. Because I, like other humans, have the same logic when thinking about their transportation options. Millions of users are using the Uber platform right now, which makes this a great candidate for investment. So, in summary, the business plan made sense to me. I use the technology, so that's why I invested in the Uber stock. Some of the good things I see about Uber going forward as a company is the fact that they control their pricing. They can easily and incrementally increase the prices of the rides or the services that they offer over time, and that would actually go directly towards their revenue. And they can do this seamlessly without much effort on their end. What they could also do is they could increase the cut that they received from the fee paid by riders. And this can be done gradually over time as well, but this may cause a little stir between the company and its independent contractors, which Uber considers its drivers. I think that the game changer for Uber will be the fact that if they can actually design or partner with a company that can provide self-driving or autonomous vehicles to actually provide the services that they're actually utilizing from their independent contractor drivers. If they can actually take out all of the fees associated with the transportation, as far as the fee that they're paying for the riders and the possible salaries or insurance or healthcare that they may have to pay going forward, then their profitability is going to go through the roof, and this company is going to be a winner for me. When I looked at some of the downsides of investing in a company like Uber, I had to think about what's their core business model. And for Uber, they classify themselves as a strictly technology company. And most technology companies in these times that we live in have a model that they're willing to grow and to scale their business at all costs, even if that means loss of revenue or not sustaining profitability for long periods of time. Uber has shown that they're fully behind this model because for the past quarter, they've lost $5 billion. And that's only in a matter of 3 months. So spread that out over a year, you're looking at around a $20 billion loss. How is that sustainable? To most people, it wouldn't be. But for a company like Uber, they're working to improve their technology and they're banking on things like autonomous driving and self-driving cars to actually help them get through this rut in the future. What they're also doing is that since they've recently went public, they've been able to get a lot of money from the public markets. They're also issuing debt. So they're actually getting a lot of money from outside sources to actually fund these substantial losses that they're sustaining quarter over quarter. Should the fact that Uber lost $5 million last quarter be alarming to investors? Absolutely. Do I think this growth and scale is sustainable year after year after year? No. Do I think Uber will eventually become a profitable business? Maybe. And that's what investing is. Investing is looking at your options, looking at a company and its core businesses, and trying to take a risk with that particular company and becoming a shareholder for yourself. Since I spend my own hard-earned money on Uber every single week, I felt like that I'm a believer in the technology and the value that the brand and the company Uber adds to me. So that's why I invested in the company. So thus far, I have one stock in my portfolio, and that is the Uber stock. So now, since it's the 15th of the month, I have an additional $50, and that's where we're going to get started today with investing that $50. So, what do I look for when I'm investing in a new company? From the conversation about Uber, you've probably came to the conclusion that I invest in what I know and what I use. And that means I need to simply understand how the core business works. I have to use the product or one of its competitor products or companies. And also, I need to figure out how that company is planning on giving back to the shareholders. And that can be in the form of stock appreciation or dividends. And lastly, the stock needs to be affordable. Since, like I said, I'm going to be investing $50 every 2 weeks, I'm only going to have about $100 each month to invest. So the stock has to be under that limit, or if I wanted to save over time, I could, but for this particular purpose, right now we're just going to be doing $50 every 2 weeks. So we're going to be finding affordable stocks that you and myself, or the ordinary investor or beginner investor could use to leverage in their portfolio. So I came across a stock of At&t. AT&T is an American multinational conglomerate holding company headquartered at Whitaker Tower in downtown Dallas, Texas. They primarily make money through providing internet, cable, and phone services to individuals and companies. I currently don't use AT&T as a carrier, but I use one of its competitors. They make money via subscriptions, so the revenue is relatively consistent and predictable, and their costs per subscriber can be fairly insignificant after their network has been established. One other thing that I love about AT&T is the fact that they pay dividends. This year alone, for every stock of AT&T that you own, they're going to pay you about 50 cents, a little over 50 cents per stock per quarter. And so that averages about to around $2 per quarter. And when you look at the share price trading a little bit under $40 right now, I think it's 37 and some change. This is a great dividend yield that you would be receiving just from purchasing one stock. And not only does a company like AT&T pay dividends, but they're also considered a dividend aristocrat. And so now, what is a dividend aristocrat? The dividend aristocrats are the S&P 500 index constituents that have increased their dividend payouts for 25 consecutive years or more. So, not only have they consistently rewarded their shareholders every quarter for the past 25 plus years, but they have also increased that payout as well. And in my opinion, you can't really get much better than that. Overall, I think that AT&T is a solid company with a great business model, and with the emergence of 5G technology right around the corner, I think this company is poised for greatness. So, let's head over to the Robinhood app so I can purchase one stock of AT&T. So, as you guys can see, here is the home page of Robinhood. Pretty much just tells you what your total portfolio is, the balance, and right now my balance is $84.09. Like I told you, I initially put in about $35 to purchase that first initial share of Uber. Then I deposited another $50. So if you look right here, you can see that my buying power is $50.89. So what we're going to do is take a look at the company AT&T. Currently, AT&T is trading for $37.89. And so here's just some pertinent information about the company. You have some news articles as well, and the analyst ratings. Since I kind of gave you guys a rundown about what I thought about AT&T, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I want to trade this company. And what I really want to do is I want to buy. So currently I have $50.89 available of buying power. I'm going to buy one share. And this is going to be the market price, so $37, so estimated cost should be $37.89. Once again, with Robinhood, there are no fees. So I'm going to review this, and since it's a market buy, I'm going to swipe up, order received, and it's going to process for a little bit, and now I have one order pending. So I'll hit OK. And now I have one order pending. And that's going to be particularly for the share of AT&T. So right now I have one share of Uber and one pending share of AT&T that I purchased for $37.89. So if you guys can see here, I'm just looking at the AT&T. I clicked on it from the home screen. I have a pending order market buy for that $37.01. It's in a queue right now, so it's going to be purchased as soon as the market opens up on Monday. So, good to go with that one. If I look right now, I have about $11 left of buying power. So let's look for another stock that we can actually purchase. Another company that is relatively cheap but pays great dividends is Ford. They pay about 15 cents per quarter per stock that you own in the company, which is good if you think about the stock of Ford. One stock of Ford is trading for under $10 right now. So this is going to be in budget, so it's going to be a great option for us to not only gain dividends through purchasing the stock, but also in the long run gain some appreciation, because a company like Ford, they make cars, they sell cars. It's a great business. It's been working for year after year after year, decade after decade. So I think this is a good company to invest in. So now we're going to go right back into the app, and I think I should have Ford listed right here. So it's currently trading for $9.45, which is great because this is going to be under our budget. Like I said, we have about $11 of purchasing power, so we're going to be able to buy one share of Ford as well. So if I hit the button to trade, we're going to hit the buy button. It's going to be one share at a price of $9.45. I'm going to review it, and so what we're going to do is swipe up. They have received the order, and now the order is pending. So now if we go back out, we can look at the stocks that we own. So we currently have one stock of Uber at $33.20, one stock of At&t at $37.89, and one stock of Ford at $9.45. So this gives us exposure to companies in the tech space, the auto industry, and also the communications industry, which I think when you think about diversifying your portfolio, these are some great options to do that. So here's what we have so far. Currently our stock portfolio is at $84.09, and we have a little bit of buying power, $1.19, but I think I'm just going to sit on that for now because you can't really buy any stocks of significance for that. So we're just going to wait to see what we do for the next stock buying, which is going to be on the 1st of October. So as we wrap this up, I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys have any ideas for stocks that are relatively easy to obtain from good companies that are under our budget of about $100 a month that you would like to see me purchase? If so, just leave a comment below. I'll do my research about the company and give you guys some suggestions as to what my personal feelings are about the company, and I would invest in them. And if I do think it's a good option, I'll go ahead and put it into the $1 million portfolio. Make sure you guys leave the name of the company, the ticker symbol, and also the current price that stock is trading at, so I can just do a quick glance through the comments and give you guys some comments about the company, the business model, the core business, and if I think it's actually a good stock to put into the portfolio. If you guys have any questions about the Robinhood app, or you want to start to get investing just like I am, I'm going to leave a link to the Robinhood app so you can actually get a free stock as soon as you sign up. And this is good because you don't even have to start investing before they give you that free stock. So as soon as you sign up, you're going to get a free stock, and you're going to be able to help yourself become financially fit. And so what you're going to be able to do with the Robinhood app is invest alongside with me, so you can see that I'm actually using my own money to put into these stocks. So if you want to start setting up things like automating your savings, investing in things that you know and things that you love, this will be a great opportunity to start. So like I said, I'm going to leave a link for that in the description, so make sure you guys get the Robinhood app if you don't already have it, so you can get that free stock. Lastly, if you guys like the content in this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe below so you can stay updated anytime I post new content. Like I said, since I'm automating my savings and I'm going to be investing every 2 weeks, for this particular video series, I'm going to put out a video every single 2 weeks just to give you guys some updates about the progress of the stocks in that particular portfolio, if they've gone up, if they've gone down, if I've received any dividends. So it's going to be pretty exciting to see where this goes. And like you can see from the title, I'm planning on making this $1 million fund. So I'm going to have $1 million in assets right in my Robinhood app, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So if you guys think that's interesting, make sure you stay tuned for new videos coming soon in this video series. But other than that, I hope you guys got some value out of this video, so stay tuned for more information coming soon.